Hi, Earth signs. Welcome to your March forecast. I am very excited as this is obviously, as an Earth sign approaching spring. It is just a beautiful time of year. It's pretty cold here in Ohio today, but I think we're getting up to 55 tomorrow. So I just feel like kind of this change is in the air. And although I am a fire sign, you guys know if you've watched my channel, I have predominant Earth in my chart. I have Taurus moon and rising. I have Virgo everywhere, and I encourage you to check out your chart to figure out kind of where things lie, all the different elements that come together. It's not just about the sun sign, and so many people just focus on that, I think, too much. So I've got a link down below. I think it's Cafe Astrology. It's free. And again, this is a general reading. So if this is not resonating for you, you might find that when you check your natal chart, you have a lot of water, other places. And so, for example, the water reading might resonate for you more. Again, as a general reading, I can't tap into everybody's energy. So if it doesn't resonate for you this time, it might next time. Like I said, check out the other ones. Even if you don't have fire, for example, in your chart, the fire signs reading this month was really, I think, more of a collective message. And I should have shared that on my page. I think I might do that. It's really about kind of stepping into a new earth, stepping into a new life, and leaving, closing out cycles and leaving things behind. So you may want to check that out if you're on the ascension path and you're going through those things. I know myself, like the energy has just been crazy lately. I was really tired last night. I'm tired today. Changing my diet. I mean, there's just a lot going on. So I feel like there's just these cards. This is the Star Tarot. They really wanted to be here. The cards have been flopping everywhere. So we're going to start with those. I'm going to kind of look at what the current energy is happening right now as we are closing out February. We're going to see what's going on there. And then if that's resonating for you, I encourage you to follow me over on Vimeo for the extended. The link for that's down below at $7.77. Those readings over on Vimeo are usually about 20 minutes long, and we go a lot more in depth. I pull another spread to look more into what's come out here, how that's going to play out. We get some oracle card guidance, and just again look more into depth into the situations. And sometimes some newer things come out, but generally the same themes tend to repeat themselves in both spreads if you're curious about that. So further ado, angel spirit guides. Clear channel. What's going on with earth signs? What's going on with earth signs right now? Whoa. A lot of it's just, I don't know, guys. Okay, no, that's the one here. And this card wants to be here too, so. Oh. Okay. Got lots of major arcana here. That's probably why the energy is so heavy. It just feels intense or thick. Yeah. Whew. That's interesting. It's really interesting. All right. So I feel I'm picking up on a couple of different scenarios here. The first card that came out, that the one that wanted to come out when I didn't go with that spread, it popped out and was like, no, was the hanged man. So that's a major arcana. So there's some stagnant energy. I think that's why it kind of feels thick, I said, or heavy. And I think the reason it's stuck possibly is that you have been in a situation either currently or in the past. There's Seven of Swords energy here. That's energy of heartbreak, deception, deceived, being deceived. And so I think there's an opportunity here for a passionate new beginning, but the past, your fears centered around past, may be holding that back. So there needs to be some healing done around that. Temperance, patience, but this is also a card of healing. This is also a major arcana. So we've got that going on. But what I'm also picking up on is there could be a situation where there's been a deception with someone that you thought was single, perhaps, and you've now found out, there was going to be this passionate new beginning with this person, but that's not coming to fruition, and maybe there's been some stalling, but it's actually, some stalling because of the Hanged Man, um, where you thought maybe they were afraid, but in reality, they actually had another person, and it could have been a fire sign female, because we've got the Emperor here, and the Emperor is sometimes an energy of, obviously, it's an energy of power, um, in the divine masculine, but sometimes it can represent a man who's not single. And when I see that with the Seven of Swords, and then you've got another, like a female energy here with the Queen of Wands, that that is sort of what I'm picking up on. So I'm going to write that down here. We've got, just to explore both of these scenarios in the extended, we've got your fears over past heartbreak. I just don't want to I know I get sidetracked and forget, and so I don't want to do that. And then we've got someone has a third party female fire. All right. Okay. Now, again, going back to the first scenario, this could be that this man has come into your life who you think, oh my God, this guy could be the divine masculine. He could be this spiritually awakened counterpart for me, but I'm in this, still in this healing mode from this past heartbreak. And so I'm sort of kind of holding off on starting something with this person. And, if this is resonating with you, it's like you're the Queen of Wands. You want to be the Queen of Wands, I should say. You want to be confident. You want to feel like you have it all together and you're strong and you're ready to step up with this person, but you still got this healing that you're trying to do. And so no matter which scenario you're in, if you're in the scenario where you need to heal this past issue, or this person, if you've just found out, or this video is confirming for you maybe your suspicions that this person maybe isn't single and they have this other person here, either way, no matter which scenario you're in, you need to focus on your own self growth and your own, building up yourself, building up your pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is where you're kind of headed this month. And again, this is the current energy. We're not looking really at March yet. We're going to look at March more in the extended. But if this is kind of where you're closing out February, then, and this is resonating with you, you need to focus on you. Okay. And this is, again, it's interesting to me that we've got the Queen of Wands here, and it looks like a panther. Okay, no, that's not the same thing. It kind of looks like, you've got this cat. It's like this black cat here. And it's like she's walking her own path to get to this point. And I think to gain that confidence within herself, either to move forward with this person, to get over these past insecurities, fears, heartbreaks, deception, those types of things. Or if this just happened to you, where you literally just had this guy come in and he wasn't truthful with you, there's definitely going to be, I would recommend some time to walk the path, quote, alone, and work on healing and finding your own inner peace. How she's holding that dove, and that castle's off in the distance, and she's just focusing on her. And that is bringing about a new beginning, a new focus. You've got the Fool here. Okay. And what's interesting is where you were in a stagnant situation, where it could have been, especially if you were dealing with a guy who, or a person, it certainly could be a feminine, a female person with masculine energy. So just take the he or she as it resonates in your situation. But if you were dealing with a situation that was stagnant, the Hanged Man, where this person maybe wasn't coming forward and offering you this passionate fresh start, and they were him-hauling and stalling, you walking away and focusing on you is going to, of course, bring about a new beginning. But I'm getting that something's going to happen really, really quickly. You've got Eight of Wands here, which is definitely a communication card. It's a card of fast, charged energy, and you're getting out of that stagnant situation. So what comes forth, though, is two knights. So you've got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. And you guys know how I feel about knights. other than the Knight of Pentacles, they're transitory. They might come in and talk a good talk. They don't really, typically, they don't stick around. So if you equate these to two different possible suitors, another, it could be an air sign or a water sign. Again, keep in mind they're knights. We will look into this, and see what comes out in the extended. If there are any kings that show up, maybe these guys transition into a king, that's possible. But maybe you're just wanting to have fun after this situation. And that's okay. If you're in your power as the Queen of Wands and you're like, you know what, I'm going to focus on myself, but I might, just as a fresh start, I might go out and meet new people. I might flirt a little bit. You might be the one that's in the Knight energy, right? You might be the one that's like, I'm just going to cut out things that no longer serve. I'm going to just be playful and have fun and continue focusing on myself and my own journey and my healing and not really worry about this emperor situation. That's fine. You could be in that energy as well. But what I'm getting to is that there could be, with the Knight of the back to back, it's like the truth coming out. Once you kind of step away to focus on you, this new epiphany kind of comes forth. The Fool is like, starting over, and you kind of can look back with a fresh set of eyes at all this situation, whatever this mess was, and realize that you were being deceived, and realize, why it was stagnant and why it was stuck. And once you get out of it and you go walk your own path, this could represent you, the truth coming out for you. And you also, being your own knight, pouring that love into yourself. So there's a lot of different scenarios coming through here, and I think it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the extended. Let's see, and whatever this is too, this is interesting, you guys. We've got on the bottom of the deck, we had the Four of Wands, which is about stability. So what I'm getting is you have to create your own stable situation before you can. What I'm getting to is that, whatever this situation was, the current energy you're in, the current mindset you're in, isn't going to bring something stable to you. There's this action, this call for Nine of Pentacles energy, which is working on yourself more. Okay. And we have Temperance here too. So I think there's like a fresh surge of, it's like this urge to get out of this, whatever this is. If it is an emperor, a guy situation where they're, a third party situation, you need to choose yourself. You need to not wait around and be stuck and stagnant and hope that he chooses you over her. You need to become the Queen of Wands. Pick up that sword. You've got the Knight of Swords here, the King of Swords as well underneath. And just do what's true to you, because I get whatever the situation is that's stuck isn't your truth. And so you have to find your own stability and your own fresh start. And I think once you get out of this situation, it's going to bring clarity. And maybe you'll see all along that this person was not the emperor that you thought he was, that he was just a knight. Okay, so the truth comes out that, his offer wasn't a solid one. Okay, so I'm getting that, or that you realize you have to stand solid on your own and strong on your own before you can heal whatever this past issue was. All right, even if it wasn't a current situation where you were cheated on, all of us have those situations in the past where someone betrayed us. That has to be healed before you can manifest something going forward. So I'm going to pull, before we go over to the extended, I am going to pull the messages of, that's bizarre, messages of love oracle, but these were on the bottom. These two cards, the Five of Swords and the Two of Wands. That's definitely confirming there's been some sort of a stab in the back, third party situation. I get that there were two options. You didn't even know that you were one of two options. And that, the crows are like, hey, it's time for this to die. This situation is dead. It's stagnant. All it's doing is hurting you. it needs to close. So that, I don't know if that was, that's just bizarre that those were there. I'm going to pull a Messages of Love Oracle card just to kind of see, because again, I'm picking up on a lot of different scenarios here. And then we're going to go to the extended. Support, lean on your inner circle during this time. So it does sound like this is more of a situation of something that just did happen. It's fresh, it's raw. Certainly if you have childhood wounds to heal, you can turn to your soul family and, you know, your guidance and your guidance team and those things. But I'm getting the sense that you've been hurt, and this is fairly recently with a third party situation. Patience, everything will unfold in divine timing. That goes along with the Temperance card. So I know none of us love to hear that. Patience, patience. I feel like we've been hearing that for years, right? But we're going to look into this more in the extended. So I hope you join me over there. And if not, then either way, I wish you a blessed month, and I will see you next time.